Hey guys, and welcome to number 10 of the Inter Milan career mode. And to start off this episode, we're just going to have a quick look at the top goal scorers and the table, because this is actually the finale of the series. We're currently 4 points off the top of the table, but we are actually playing the top team in the league, and that is Lazio. So as long as they only drop 1 point from their 6 games, then there's a good opportunity we can actually win the league. So just having a look at the top goal scorers and the top assisters, I think we've got Candreva, Mertens, Icardi, and obviously Handanovic pretty much towards the top of those leaderboards. So we're actually doing really well in terms of creating chances, scoring goals, and keeping clean sheets. So that's good to see. So just setting up the team for the next game. Obviously Mertens coming against his former club for one of the last games of the season, and I think in the end we just go for our normal lineup. I didn't want to change it up too much, but we had a great start to this game. Got Gulam passing the ball inside to Hamsic, a nice tackle there from Montoya, puts the ball down the middle to Mertens. Unfortunately, I don't know why I did a heavy touch like that, because he does go straight to the keeper. He does clear it out wide right to Gabbiadini, who I would have quite liked to bring in. He's actually a really nice player who can play out wide, play down the middle, and he's about 6'2" as well. So Mertens here, nice 1-2 with Icardi, chips the ball over the top. Mertens picks it up again against his former club, smashes it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 in the game. And I was trying to work out how you don't celebrate, because obviously he's against his former club. He's going to have a bit of respect for Napoli, but instead I thought I'd just point out my shirt and completely disrespect him. And unfortunately that was the only goal of the game. It wasn't the most interesting game in the world, but it was a great way to start off the episode with the 3 points against a really big team like Napoli, one of the toughest obviously, and we limited them to only a couple of chances, so that was good to see. So next game now against Genoa, another decent team. They're not too amazing, they're probably I don't know, slightly worse than Everton, in terms of Premier League difference. So yeah, it's an okay game. First 2 minutes here, just looking at the lines at the bottom of the screen. Perotti, I think he's actually gone to Roma in real life. He's a pretty good player, and I think we've had to make quite a few changes due to fitness reasons. We've had to put Ranocchia, Vidic, Jesus, Juzanovic, Draxler, Bojan, and Okazaki and Leitch into the lineup. So into the first 10 minutes here, Leitch with the ball into the box, Draxler there with a wonderful header. Keeper did kind of save it, and I wasn't too sure at first if it actually did go over the line, but I think it does show the goal line technology, which is a nice new feature to the game. And as you can see there, all the ball is over the line, and we do get the goal. So into the 17th minute of the match here, another ball into the box, and Julian Draxler again just gets the goal to make it 2-0. And he's been a player that we haven't really used. We picked him up for 18 million, and since then we've only played a handful of games with him. So a little bit of a shame, but when you keep getting performances, there's no real need to change the lineup. So into the second half now, they do get a consolation goal kind of thing, but we quickly get the lead back up to 2, and Javier Hernandez off the bench, obviously Chicharito. He's been a really nice impact signing to have in the team, as he didn't cost too much, and he's done a really good job. So yeah, 3-1 victory in the end, a good 3 points against a pretty decent team. And the next game is against Udinese, who we did actually lose against before. I think they've got a really interesting 3-5-2 formation, but we've got to make a couple of changes to our lineup first. But yeah, looking at theirs, they got Di Natale up front, what an absolute legend. Marquinhos, Fernandez, Kone in the midfield. It's a pretty interesting team, and especially in the 3-5-2, it's going to be interesting to see how they do. And they do kick it off really nicely. I think it's actually their centre back there, Theroux, with the volley to make it 1 in the game in the first 10 minutes. Not exactly the start we were looking for, but about 25 minutes later, Mertens with the ball into the back post. Ben Arfa there to win the header. A player again that we signed only for 10, 11 million. But we haven't really played as many games as we probably should have played with him. But obviously Candreva 85 rated, you really can't drop him. Unfortunately, we do concede another goal there from Miranda, heading it above his goalkeeper and putting it into the back of the net. But he does basically redeem himself there with a header to make it 2-2 in the game. So a little bit lucky. Was that actually Murillo? I think it was Murillo, his centre-back partnership. But as you can see, in the top left-hand corner, Zapata has just been subbed onto the pitch. Picks up the ball there, takes us about 4, 5, passes it to him, lays it off, has the layoff again, puts it into the back of the net and makes it 3-2 in the game. Literally the idea of an impact sub, that is what Zapata is. I think he actually scored 3 goals last time we played, and I just remember him whipping the ball into the box and him winning the ball with some really good headers. So yeah, unfortunately we lose that game, and that's definitely not what we want to do. Looking at the chances we had 8 shots on target, they only had 5, and they managed to score 3. So a little bit annoying, but the next game is against Lazio. As long as we win this game, there's still a good opportunity that we could win the title. We'll have to see, though. Dropping those 3 points in the last game, it's going to be really difficult. So as you can see there, Candreva is 85 rated now, which for a 28-year-old, 29-year-old, that's pretty good rating for saying that he is still growing. So looking at their lineup, they've got Gary Medel obviously playing against his former club, but we did take Candreva from them, so they're not going to be quite as good going forwards as they used to be. So in the 64th minute of the match here, Mertens with the ball into the box, Perisic with a wonderful jumping header, putting it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 just after half time, and I believe that was the only goal of the game. So not exactly the most interesting game in the world, but again, very valuable 3 points, like the one against Napoli. We didn't exactly play that well, but we did limit them to a very few amount of chances, so that was good to see. And looking at the table now, we're only 3 points off the top, so as long as Juventus drop points, then from the next 2 games they have to lose 1, then, I don't know, it's crazier things have happened in football, so there's still a very good opportunity that we can win this title. So we are going to go into our next game against Empoli, one of the more weaker teams in the league. They haven't exactly got anything too special. Saponari in the midfield, he's pretty good in the centre attacking mid position, but apart from that, I think their goalkeeper's on loan from Roma. But yeah, I don't know too much about them, to be honest. I think they've recently been promoted from the Serie B, but in the 30th minute of the match here, Candreva picks up the ball, puts it into the top left-hand corner and makes it 1-0 there in the first 30 minutes of the match. And unfortunately, again, it's just a 1-0 win. Now, I could have probably put a few more clips in these 1-0 win games, but the episode is still nearly 10 minutes long, so, you know, I don't want to make it too long. And as it is the finale, we are currently third in the table and 2 points off the top. So going into our final game of the series against Sassuolo, away from home, I don't know, is there an opportunity that both Roma and Juventus lose their games and we win ours? It's achievable. Like Sampdoria, pretty good team. Milan, pretty good team. Can they beat Juventus and beat Roma to give us a really big favour? So looking at their lineup, they got Berardi on the right, they got Duncan in the midfield. It's not the best of teams, but Consigli in goal is actually really good. I think he's one of the most top clean sheeters in the league. And in the 42nd minute of the match here, whipping the ball into the box with Sassone, eventually just dribbles past a load of people, and Berardi does put it into the back of the net there just before half time. And unfortunately, that's how it ends. We lose the game 1-0. So we've won all these games 1-0. We had 7 chances, they had 4. We had basically double. And in the end, it probably wouldn't have mattered anyway because Roma and Juventus both won their games. So we still would have not won the league. So a little bit of a poor way to end off the series. But no less, it was quite fun just to do something a little bit different. Obviously playing in the Champions League, going for that top title thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the signings that I made in this series. They're quite cool signings in the January transfer window. But anyway, we are going to end off the episode here. Derby Cremad is coming to you tomorrow. Should be about 10:30 in the morning. So make sure you do go and see that tomorrow because it's a really nice start to the series and something a little bit different as well. So make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and see you soon. Bye.